तो आज फ्रेंड्स हम करेंगे ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग। जो ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग है ये क्या होता है और ये एक नॉर्मल मोनोलॉग से कैसे डिफरेंट है और कैसे कैसे मतलब इंग्लिश पोइट्री के अंदर ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग जो है वो इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया और आया और किसने इसको पॉपुलराइज़ किया, किसने ज़्यादा लिखे ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग, वो आज हम पता लगाएंगे। So let's begin. First of all, I would like to tell you that this dramatic monologue is prescribed in our BA final year syllabus, and this is for BA final year students. So monologue. A monologue is a speech delivered by a single person in a play when a character utters a monologue expressing his or her private thoughts. This is called a soliloquy. So the thing is कि मोनोलॉग क्या होता है। मोनोलॉग जो होता है वो एक आदमी के द्वारा बोला हुआ होता है, ठीक है। और ये ये एक आदमी के द्वारा बोला गया होता है और इसको सोलिलोक्वी भी बोलते हैं, ठीक है। Prosopopoeia, a classical rhetoric device in which a writer uses another person or object to communicate. Prosopopoeia क्या होता है? इसमें जो राइटर होता है वो किसी दूसरे ऑब्जेक्ट को यूज़ करता है अपने थॉट्स कहलाने के लिए। Monologues popular in medieval religious verse. Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, each tale spoken in a different character's voice. Monologue history continued. Renaissance and Elizabethan writers such as Marlowe, Drayton, and Raleigh all wrote monologues. Restoration and Augustan verse did not much use this form, nor did Romantic poets, who tended to write as though they themselves were the speaker. Robert Browning made the dramatic monologue a popular form in the Victorian period. So, what is it? A lyric poem. What is a dramatic monologue? A lyric poem implies the speaker is the poet or a version of the poet. A dramatic lyric has a dramatic situation. Busy old fool, unruly sun, why dost thou thus through windows and through curtains call on us? Must to thy motions lover season run? Saucy pedantic wretch, go chide late school boys and sour prentices. Go tell court huntsmen that the king will ride. Call country ants to harvest offices. Love all alike, no season knows nor clime, nor arts, days, months, which are the wrecks of time. So these are the lines which are from The Sun Rising by John Donne. So it is also a dramatic. It is a dramatic lyric which has a dramatic situation. Okay, so Robert Browning, 1812 to 1889, Men and Women. So it is a collection of his poems. A collection of 51 poems, all but the last one are written in the voice of characters. Example, Fra Lippo Lippi. It is a poem in the voice of the 15th century real Italian monk and painter Filippo Lippi. Explores the conflict of a religious life or a life of leisure and the importance of art and beauty. So these are the lines from Fra Lippo Lippi. Okay, so we are made so that we love. So these are the lines. Okay, from My Last Duchess. So these are the lines from My Last Duchess. That's my last duchess painted on the wall, looking as if she were alive. I call that piece a wonder. Now Fra Pendle's hand worked busily a day, and there she stands. So M.H. Abrahams is M.H. Abrahams. There is a book by M.H. Abrahams which is literally centered on literary terms, and also M.H. Abrahams notes the following three features of the dramatic monologue. A single person who is patiently not the poet utters the speech that makes up the whole of the poem in a specific situation at a critical moment. This person addresses and interacts with one or more other people, but we know of the auditor's presence and what they say and do only from clues in the discourse of the single speakers. The main principle controlling the poet's choice and formulation of what the lyric speaker says is to reveal to the reader in a way that enhances its interest, the speaker's temperament and character. So dramatic monologue में क्या होता है, एक जो स्पीकर होता है वो अपनी बात कहता है हमें, और उसको सुनने वाला भी होता है, लेकिन सुनने वाला जो होता है वो कभी बोलता नहीं है पूरी पोएम के अंदर। ये पूरी पोएम जो होती है वो स्पीकर ही कंप्लीट करता है और लिसनर डज नॉट स्पीक, बट वी नो कि लिसनर है थ्रू जो स्पीकर होता है उसके ही स्पीच से हमें पता चलता है कि वहाँ पे एक लिसनर है जो सुन रहा है। सो दिस इज़ ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग। The dramatic monologue was important for the Victorian poets Robert Browning and Alfred Tennyson in particular, and especially Browning, who wrote some of the most well-known dramatic monologues in English poetry. After them, the modernists of the 20th century, including T.S. Eliot and Ezra Pound, also used the dramatic monologue, though often in a more problematized manner. A decline in certainties from the Romantic period onwards, the poet is more inclined to examine individual, subjective experience rather than refer to external authority. So, by the early 20th century, modernists felt that their culture was fragmented and disintegrating, along with the whole idea of truth. Modernist dramatic monologue deliberately undermines the naturalistic conception of character. Example: the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, T.S. Eliot, 1917. A distinct character is speaking in the poem, or a voice more closely associated with the poet. Some critics have called these sorts of poem mask lyrics. So this was all about dramatic monologue. So dramatic monologue is a poem in which a speaker is there, a listener is there, but we do not get the voice of the listener. Okay, only speaker speaks throughout the poem and he completes the poem, but we come to know about the listeners present through speakers words only. So this was all about dramatic monologue. Thank you so much. If you have any question, you can ask me anytime.